morning, sir.
Please
Good morning, sir.
Please be seated.
Thank you, sir.
You belong to Ongood.
Yes, sir.
Now you are working as a
So I'm completely now preparing for the civil.
Krishi Unnat Sahayogi.
So that was an intensive program that we have in our last year of graduation, where we work under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Empowerment as Krishi
So now
Unnat.
you are preparing only.
Yes, sir.
Your plus 3 you have done horticulture agronomy, that means you are BSc AG.
Yes, I'm
Why
based.
you are writing horticulture, agronomy and soil conservation? Only 3 subjects you are being taught in BSc AG.
No, sir, the main 3 subjects are.
Main 3 subjects.
No, sir, I am actually confused at what it should be written. So only agriculture should be written?
No, I am just asking. So main subject in BSc is horticulture according to you.
No, sir, agronomy, horticulture and soil science and rest other all of the subjects are, but the main 3 are this.
So you have done your internship in Nimapada.
Yes, sir, Nimapada, Puri district.
Nimapada. So you are staying there, or you are every day you are commuting from Bhubaneswar?
So it was mixed when there was work. I was staying there. There was a friend's house only, the associate along with me. So I was staying there only when there was work. Otherwise, I'm staying in the hostel in the Bhubaneswar.
What is the difference between agronomy and soil science?
So agronomy basically deals with the production of crops that are like rice, wheat, sugarcane, or the field crops. Well, soil science deals with the soil or the science behind the soil related to its structure, the types of soil, and analysis of the soil qualities basic upon that.
So you are not being taught agriculture extension?
Yes, sir.
You are,
Yes, sir.
can you tell that the income of agricultural laborers in Odisha? What is the average income of agricultural laborers in Odisha?
So exactly how much the income is, I'm
So
not
what is
aware.
the position of Odisha in the entire country?
So it is the 4th largest paddy exporter.
No, the income of the agricultural laborers.
Agricultural laborers, the ranking wise, I'm not aware of the exact ranking, but it is low in comparison to the significant countries of the northwestern states. But the government also is trying to increase their income through various schemes.
एथर का जो बजट हैला,
Yes, sir.
recent budget,
Yes, sir.
government of Odisha, what are the major thrust given to the agriculture sector?
Sir, about 33,000 crores have been allocated to agriculture, and the schemes like Samruddh Krisak Yojana, like CM Kishan, where through the Samruddh Krisak Yojana, the MSP has been increased to 3,100 per quintal, and for the paddy, and various other programs for increasing agri and allied sector has been given importance, like the dairy and the fishery sector.
There is acute shortage of potato and onion in Odisha.
Yes, sir.
So what is your, how do you want to comment
Yes, sir,
on this?
So the potato, not only potato, the potato, tomato and onion are the 3 crops that are very much seasonal specific. And the main reason for the price fluctuation and volatility I consider is a mismanagement between the supply and the demand. So the market linkages needs to be very stronger. Apart from this, proper infrastructure needs to be built, the cold storage facilities, and the area on where the potato cultivation needs to be increased. Apart from that, the hoarding activities that are being done by the intermediaries needs to be controlled. And in this way, I think.
But for around 6 to 7 months in a year, there is shortage of potato. How do you like to address it? We have to depend on UP, we have to depend on West Bengal.
Yes, sir. So we have 131 cold storages, but out of that, at present only 33 cold storages are
But government is telling
active.
that maintaining cold storage is not the duty of government, and heavy losses are being incurred.
So in this manner, sir, all-round specific or new high-yielding varieties or all-season tolerant crop seeds like potato seed materials needs to be built, in which proper research
Can you
and
tell
development.
anything about potato mission of government?
Yes, sir.
What is this?
So it was launched in 2015 in a view to increase the potato production in the state, and various cold storages and various supports.
Has the production been increased in Odisha?
So it was not a great success.
That means the potato mission got failed.
So to some extent it is felt, and but we need to work for the revival and to uplift the potato production in the state. Government is also trying various kind of cold storages, like we can do it through PPP model, private public partnership, or solar powered cold storages can be done, and increased good quality seed material, or some kind of minimum support prices for the
That
potato.
means the last government was not doing all these things. There was no seed management, there was no proper distribution of fertilizer inputs.
So there were schemes for potato seed distributions also, but the farmers also are not much interested in potato cultivation due to lack of price fluctuation and market linkages. So I think that needs to be corrected.
But you get clarified
Yes, sir.
from the expert that whatever you are telling, it doesn't seem to be plausible. There is price fluctuation, that is why farmers are not growing potato. Doesn't seem to be correct. Please kindly
Yes, I'll
get
read upon it.
clarified.
Yes, sir.
Another thing, you are in your hobby, you have mentioned the distribution of Gita. Why
Yes,
are
sir.
you distributing Gita?
So while distributing Gita, it gives me immense pleasure because.
How many Gita you have distributed so far?
Sir, about 250 to 300. And
To whom you are distributing?
so especially to the youth, I am distributing in the temples only, and also in the society I go and distribute. Especially I want to.
Why are you distributing Gita? Why not Quran?
So as Gita is, every religious text is very important for a harmonious society. It is built to develop the moral obligations
So
of any person.
what is Gita in broad sense?
So Gita in broad sense, I feel it is the life manual, or it is the manual in which we can, it process, or it gives the provisions that how we can live our life with a proper moral compass. And I feel that
In Gita, who have taught whom?
So Lord Sri Krishna have given the guidance to Arjuna, who was
Where?
facing dilemma in the field of Kurukshetra.
Achha.
And I distribute it so that I can share the wisdom of Gita to the youngsters who are nowadays facing lot of mental stress and issues. So that can be a solace to them.
Mantra meditation?
So it is a it is different from the normal meditation, which is basically dependent on breathing. Here a specific mantra, like in my case, I recite the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it is basically chanting it and hearing the mantra. That brings a connection between body, mind and soul, and also it gives a spatial neuron connection that gives peace and mental stress relaxation.
Sure. Another thing,
Yes, sir.
agriculture, how do you, so you are posted in a blog as
Yes,
a
sir.
video. So how will you address if there is if there is a drought situation
Yes, sir.
and crops have failed? What will be your immediate response? How do you want to tackle it as a video?
So
What is your advice for the farmers?
So in the case of drought, there are a lot of crop grains that are being felled. So I would ensure that the farmers get adequate insurance facilities so that they can meet the cost of productions. And I would, for avoiding such things in the future, I would give stress on agriculture
So
and
you will
allied
not
sector.
you will not advise them about irrigation facilities, because if there is crop,
Yes, sir.
immediate need is irrigation. So how can you arrange irrigation for them?
So especially if the area have a canal irrigation system.
Canal is dry because there is no facility.
So under the schemes like Mukhyamantri Krishi Unnati Yojana, if immediately tube well facilities can be provided, I look into for that, or sprinkler facilities, or any community led farming irrigation systems if can be provided, I'll look into it. And I'll also try that these conditions needs to be avoided in the future.
Elections are now taking place in which district, in which state?
Sir, in Jammu and Kashmir.
Jammu and Kashmir.
Yes, sir, it is a
Next
UT.
month?
So next month, I'm not sure about. It is in Jharkhand, sir.
You are not sure. From who newspaper पढ़ुଛନ୍ତି?
So the Hindu.
The Hindu. Hindu ସବୁଦିନ ପଢ଼ୁନାହାନ୍ତି? ପଢ଼ିଲେ ତ ଜାଣିବେ ନା।
Yes.
But a film from India has been nominated to Oscars.
Yes,
what
sir.
is that film?
So Lapata Ladies.
Lapata Ladies.
Yes, sir.
Who plays the major lead role in that film? Who is in the lead role? Female lead role.
As the real cast, I'm not aware of.
You should know. Who is the producer and director?
I have read, but I am not able to recollect at the moment.
So, what is the broad theme of that film, Lapata Ladies?
So the broad theme, whatever I can recollect, is that two newlywed brides are exchanged while traveling in a train, and I think the story is all about that.
So, your home district is?
Angul.
So, Anugul town, among other things, is famous for at least two great historical personalities.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, for your convenience, let me spell out their names: Navakrishna Chaudhary and Malati Chaudhary.
Yes, sir.
But what are their main contributions?
So during, so they have contributed a lot, starting from the freedom struggle. They have contributed in Angul only when during 1934 when Mahatma Gandhi came during the Pada Jatra. The both have contributed, and apart from that, Malati Chaudhary have established a lot of institutions like Chhatrapati Baji Raut Awas for the students of the freedom fighters, and also Odisha Navajibana Mandala in Angul, and also schools in Champati Munda in Angul also she has established, and lot of done to improve the socio-economic conditions of the underprivileged section.
So, what was the Champati Munda school called to start with?
So, Odisha Post Basic School.
It was also called Jivana Vidyalaya.
Yes, sir.
So, you have written that you are also interested in painting.
Yes, sir.
A great painter was also teaching there at Champati Munda. Who was he or she? And a person who later on became one of the greatest essayists of Odisha was also teaching there at Champati Munda.
Apologies, sir, I don't recollect at the moment about the exact painter
Please
name.
raise your voice.
Yes, sir.
It is becoming very slow.
So, essayist was Chittaranjan Das, and painter, if I remember correctly, Vinod Rautarai. So, you also had your plus 2 from Talcher.
Yes, sir. DV Public School Culture.
So, it is said that Nalco is a success story, but fertilizers of Talcher didn't pick up, or it has
Yes, sir.
become defunct. It may be restarted.
So,
So, how do you compare both?
So the fertilizer industry, the Fertilizer Corporation of India, it was basically failed due to the technology that it was using. It was traditional technology, and nor it was cost effective, nor it was sustainable. And recently on October 2024, we are trying to revive it with the new Talcher Fertilizer Limited, which will work on the coal gasification technology, which is much sustainable than the previous one, and it is also a joint venture. So and comparing it with Nalco in the last year, it has a great success in its production, but also the success or the production is combined due to its price fluctuation, also due to in the international global aluminium market. So I think we are
So
working
in
for reviving.
Nanugu, you have been a student of agriculture also, agriculture professional.
Yes, sir.
So there was or maybe is a famous Kamala farm in Nanugu.
Yes, sir.
What was the connection of that farm with Mahatma Gandhi?
So I'm not aware of it. So it was basically for production of orange, but now it is diverted towards the production of mangoes. Are there mango orchard? But exact connection with Mahatma Gandhi, I'm not aware of it.
So do you find any linkage between spiritualism and materialism? Because somebody had defined spirit as matter in motion.
So I think spiritualism and materialism needs to go in hand. So there cannot be a distinct line between the both, and we need to make a balance. Like inner peace, inner happiness is as much important as the external achievements. So we need to achieve the external achievements and success while maintaining the inner peace and connecting between our body, mind, and soul. I think that is very much important, a balanced approach between spirituality and materialism.
So those who believe in the virtues of the great ancient times,
Yes, sir.
they advance a view that mantras had the capacity to make clouds descend onto earth and thereby cause rain.
Yes, sir.
So, as a student of science, can you defend such kind of a belief which is closer to superstition?
So I think that mantra, with mantra meditation, bringing and doing all these things like clouds and rains, I think it is be a unnatural thing, especially in this Kali Yuga. It was done in the form of yagya in Satyuga and Dwapara Yuga. But in Kali Yuga, I think the mantra meditation or mantra ucharan is only for your mental peace and healthness, or for making a stable life.
So, you said in your answer to Sar's question that religious scriptures help in contributing to the maintenance of social harmony.
Yes, sir.
So, what could be the possible reasons for which Bible could become the central scripture of Christianity and Quran that of Islam, but why not the Bhagavad Gita of Hinduism?
So I think Bhagavad Gita is the central structure, texture, or the epic of all the Hindu religion, because all the Hindu religion believe in Bhagavad Gita teachings, and it is a mixture of all the religion. The teachings are so it also believes in the Saivism, and also believes in the
Sita Pachanandi Sars. Bible is so famous and popular.
yes, sir.
The distribution of Bible
Yes, sir.
is highest. In comparison to that, Gita publication and distribution is very low.
Sir,
The highest distributed books
sir,
in perhaps in hundreds of languages. That is not being happened.
Even more than English dictionaries.
Dictionary.
So now it is being increased, the distribution of Gita, and it's preaching across the country, and
It is not country, it is across the globe.
so it is now increasing. So in Gita, we are also selling it in English and in all other languages. The world's largest Gita also was established by Modi in ISKCON, Delhi, and it is being nowadays preached across the world. And
So
now
where is the head office of Gita Press?
so the head office, I'm not aware. No, sir.
Gorakhpur.
Yes, sir.
So is it necessary that a religion like Hinduism, which is more of a way of life and civilizational culture,
Yes, sir.
is it necessary for such a religion which believes in plurality and diversity and which is not monotheistic to have a
Yes,
central single scripture like Gita or Mahabharata or
Bhagavatam.
whatever? Is it necessary?
So yeah, I think that having a central theme is important because Bhagavad Gita is a basic that how you will do devotion in whatever demigods or whatever religion you believe. But I think Gita gives you the moral basic foundations that how you are going to do the devotions. And even the teachings of Bhagavatam and Mahabharata, we get that how that we can live our any life, grahastha life or vanaprastha or sannyasa life in a better way. So I think though we have a multi-god system in Hindu and though we believe in all kinds of god and goddesses, but ultimately we see that they also confers that they are connected to the Supreme Lord Vishnu. So I think here the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam plays a foundational role for Hinduism.
So what percentage of Odisha's population is of the female gender?
Sir, about 60%.
Oh,
Sir, I'm not exactly recollect.
please verify it.
Yes, sir.
So originally, after independence, how many districts were there in Odisha?
So there were 6 districts initially, and then it was converted to 13, and in latter 1992 and 1993 it became 13.
So size-wise, which one is the smallest and which one is the largest among the 30 districts?
So the larger one is Mayurbhanj, and the smaller one I'm not able to recollect.